What's up, Titan fans? How are we doing? ESPN did come out with its week zero power rankings for the NFL. So I was wanting to get on here and see where the AFC South ranks within these power rankings. So, first and foremost, we go through this top 10 right here. We'll see the Ravens, Bills, Lions, Eagles, Chiefs, all these typical teams you'll see at the top of the league, of course. Then at 7, you see the Denver Broncos, where we verse in week 1. So we got to keep scrolling to get to an AFC South team all the way to number 17. We got the Houston Texans. Now, with the Houston Texans, they want to highlight CJ Stroud and their standout receiver, Nico Collins. Yes, CJ Stroud was a great quarterback year number 1, his rookie season. But in year number 2, he had the sophomore slump. His season was not as good as year 1. Granted, he's still a good season. And season 1 is kind of what we hope Cam Ward is going to bring to the Tennessee Titans. But we'll see if he ends up bouncing back or if he continues to regress as his career goes on. Here it is at number 20. We have the Indianapolis Colts, which they talk about, which is wild right here. Quarterback aside, the Colts arguably have a top 10 roster, but yet they have them listed at number 20. So you're saying Daniel Jones is going to drop them from a top 10 team down to number 20? They're in the 20s now because of Daniel Jones, because they don't have a good quarterback. They benched Anthony Richardson, who completes, by the way, 50% or less of his passes for Daniel Jones. And now they're ranked at number 20, and they think they're better than the Tennessee Titans. Then we keep scrolling down all the way to number 27. Of course, they want to highlight Travis Hunter a bit. They talk about Trevor Lawrence and then their new coach, Liam Cohen, who looks like an idiot when he's at the mic doing press interviews. But Trevor Lawrence hasn't quite been the quarterback that the Jacksonville Jaguars wanted him to be when they drafted him some years ago. He's just been an average QB. They got Travis Hunter now that can play offense and defense, depending on what they want him to do. But the Jacksonville Jaguars only had one more win than us last season. They were one loss away from being the number 1 draft pick in the NFL draft, right? We finished with 3 wins. They had 4 wins on the season. But then, of course, they have them above us, the Tennessee Titans, who all they want to talk about is Cam Ward, Simmons, and T Sweat. I understand Cam Ward is who they want to talk about. It's the hype of the Tennessee Titans. And we're hoping he can be what CJ Stroud was his rookie season. But then they said, they talk about our defense. And the only thing the defense has to fear is Simmons and T Sweat. Did they forget about our safeties? The fact that we have Hooker back there along with Xavier Woods and Diggs, and we drafted Winston. Did they forget that the fact that we have L'Jarius Sneed at cornerback? I know he was injured all of last year, so maybe they did forget he was on the roster. But then also over the offseason, we ended up getting Cody Barton, who has been a beast in the offseason for us at middle linebacker. I guess they forgot totally about the rest of the Tennessee Titans roster. And not to mention that they didn't even want to talk about Calvin Ridley, who they said Nico Collins was a standout wide receiver for the Texans, who barely broke 1,000 yards, but yet so did Calvin Ridley. He broke over 1,000 yards. Why is he not mentioned in this article? But let me know how you feel about these power rankings, though, down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the What's Nation. And as always, tighten up, baby.